Hi Capricorn, this is your chakra check-in for May 2022. So let me start with what came first, which was your root chakra. Your root chakra is responsible for the sense of what would be normally associated with home, security, grounding safely, laying a good laying a good foundation. Your root chakra looks really good. It's nice and bright. It kind of gave me this playful vibe, where it's kind of shifting around a little bit. And I actually like this for you because I get the feeling that you've been a little bit buttoned up and you felt like you needed to be a little bit buttoned up. Maybe for professional reasons or just kind of like this vibe of like, I've got to get it together. I've got to be kind of a grown up. And I've got to be more buttoned up than maybe I normally would be. And I do think there was some good to that. Shaking loose maybe just some old patterns that were kind of chaotic or all over the place. But what this root chakra is telling me that you can liven it up a little bit. So we want the root chakra. We don't need your fun coming necessarily from the root chakra, although it's great. Home should be a place of sanctuary and a place that makes you feel good and happy. And I like that I saw this kind of childlike vibe. But let's try to get more of this stuff, this fun out of these two. So your sacral chakra, it's a little bit, there's some more masculine energy than feminine. Masculine heavy, and it's a little bit stagnant, a little bit, just a tiny, and this outer coating here is it's kind of thin, it's kind of worn thin. So doing some stuff for your sacral chakra would probably be really good, and just to refresh your memory, your sacral chakra is where your emotions live. And it's also associated with your sexual desire, sexual drive, and just your ability to feel passion and pleasure in life. And so I think some of this buttoned up stuff, this root chakra is saying like, hey, we need a little just more fun, passion, pleasure. So I would say let's do like a nice smoothie, and this will help this guy too, which we'll talk about in a minute. Do some mango, papaya, put a little pineapple. You can put a little ginger in there. That'll also work for your sacral chakra. I wouldn't do any turmeric. I think this is good. We want to kind of like cool it off, right? So I would do some of those things. Let's talk now about there might be some sound healing that we'll do, but let me kind of see what happens with the rest of the chakras. I'm just going in order. I don't know. That's what I've been doing this time. Everybody wants to be in order. So your solar plexus chakra, this is where your ego lives. And it's also kind of your power center, your doing center. It looks okay. It actually looks really healthy. You've got a little bit of extra feminine energy in there right now. And I don't mind that, actually. I think that's really nice. I would kind of do like just be in the full moon. Usually the full moon will be if you need to add a little feminine energy, but I feel like you need this connection. There's something like coming out of the full moon. You might even think about doing a full moon ceremony. But I don't think there's anything else you need to do for this, because like I said, it looks pretty good, and it feels like this feminine energy in there is kind of what you need right now. Like I said, you've been buttoned up. You've been really responsible, and sometimes when we get kind of like overly so, it'll cause our solar plexus chakra to be imbalanced, to be a little heavier. I just had to stop the recording because my dogs went bananas. So anyway, what I was saying was sometimes when we get, more responsible and we're really getting things done, we're sticking to a schedule, it'll cause our solar plexus to be a little bit out of balance and a little bit heavier than it needs to be. And I like where this is at. So I would say what's coming through now in terms of the full moon is like, let's make sure it does stay in balance. So having some time in the full moon and also having this pineapple will be good. Your heart chakra, it's a little bit brighter than this. It does have, this is not going to be any surprise to you, I know. It does have like some stuck energy, and I can tell there's been a period of time that you have been kind of struggling to open up this heart chakra, or maybe it hasn't felt like the right time. And I think it's time. I think we want to really start to try to open this heart chakra. It's kind of the thing, like everything else is looking pretty good. I think it's kind of the thing that's going to cause even more of a shift. What I see for you, what I saw is you like connecting the dots in a way. I saw this kind of thing like this in a trine, which is also a really auspicious formation. And I think what's going to keep you here and what's going to really put you over the edge and start some like extra even magic happening is getting this heart chakra open. So actually, let's do some 528 hertz. That will help all of your chakras, but it'll particularly help this heart chakra. I would actually also do some rose essential oil or rose tea. Like rose petal tea, rose essential oil. If you don't like the smell, put it on the bottom of your feet when you go to bed. No one will smell it, and hopefully you'll smell it the least. It's also a good place to absorb. I would do a rose petal tea, actually, if you can, every morning. And I would do that for 7 days. And then I would do it, let me feel this out, once a week. After you do it every week for 7 days, once a week. So the 528 hertz you can find free on YouTube. If you have a tuning fork, or if you can get to a sound bath with a gong, singing bowls, or get to a biofield practitioner with a tuning fork, that's great. If you can't, just find something online. Analog is always better. But digital, it works fine. If you have the intention that it works fine. I would say use a good pair of headphones so you can get that nice kind of vibration stimulation in your inner ear. And I would do this all night, overnight. And honestly, I would do this for 2. I just had to stop recording again. I'm going to have to shut my door so my dogs don't go nuts. So anyway, with the 528 hertz, I would do it all night, overnight, as you're falling to sleep works. I think, I was going to say 2 weeks. I think you should do this for 30 days, all night as you sleep. If you start to feel a level of discomfort, like maybe you're feeling like you're connecting with people way too much, you're over empathizing, that kind of thing, then you can stop it for as long as you think you need to. But I think you can handle this for 30 days. I think it'll be really good for you. And the rose will help keep this balanced. And your root chakra is well balanced. So I feel like it'll hold it down for you. Your throat chakra looks really good. I could see some seeds growing in the middle here. So it's going to get even better. And in fact, I feel like a lot of your success is tied to your throat chakra. So your throat chakra is responsible for your sense of self, your self-expression, and also your communication, which includes listening. It includes nonverbal communication. It includes your ability to kind of like get people, to communicate with people, and things even. In your own unique way, right? And so I feel like what's coming up for you is like, I can tell you get it. You're like, I'm done filtering myself. I'm going to be who I am. But I feel these little things peeking back in, like, maybe someone's telling you like, you need to put a filter on once in a while or in certain situations. And there's a way, you don't have to walk into a room and be like, here's everything I believe in and I don't care who knows. So it's not about like, hitting people over the head with who you are and what you believe in. It's really about just responding appropriately. So You know whether something's going to set a whole room of people off, and it's just better not to say it. But this is about you. There's no reason that you need to filter who you are because some people in a room don't believe in what you believe in or whatever. Like, be yourself. There's an element of like, just let people filter themselves out. And just really stick to your guns, stick to who you are, and really just love and believe and accept who you are. And in fact, not that you need them, but I'm going to put up some throat chakra affirmations probably before this even comes out, because the throat chakra has come up for a lot of people. Your third eye looks fine. It's really strong. It's kind of working as much as it needs to work. It's not going crazy, but it's there, and you're probably low-key using it. And this is your intuition, your ability to like reflect on self. It's kind of like with your third eye chakra. This is like done. You've done a lot of this like self-reflection. You've really been able to put yourself in the place of the observer. This has recently come through a transformation, and it's just needs to settle for a while into its new energy, its new personality, its new space. And so let's just let it do that. We don't want to aggravate it. And then your crown chakra, which is responsible for your connection to a higher power or, universe, angels, gods, whatever you believe in. I see this getting a little bit with just some kind of heavier energy in here, not necessarily masculine energy, although it's a little bit headed that way. And I would say just like do a little bit more of being, and know that like you are well connected now. You might be like, oh, I've got to make sure I meditate, and I've got to make sure it feels like you pray or you pray more than you meditate. And in fact, what's coming through now is if you are doing a lot of praying, because it feels like you're like hard praying, like you feel things coming together, your requests to the universe, even if it's manifestation, not prayer, your requests to the universe are being heard. You can tell it's working, and you're like doubling down on it. And you don't need to do that. You can do some good visualizations. You can be feeling the emotion, right? That's where this is coming in, feeling connected to what you want to manifest. And allowing yourself to openly feel the emotion. It's more about this heart chakra. But, you doubling down on it, you don't need to. You really just need to feel the emotion as often as you can. Be in the vibration. So focus on being happy. Focus on being in the vibration. That's the way you can manifest versus like saying it over and over, or like I get this feeling like you're doing this kind of repetitive thing, and it's just a little bit too much. You're doing it. You're overdoing it. So let's just kind of chill out. And in fact, I would say in the morning, if you do like meditation or prayer in the morning, it feels very important for you. So if you don't do it, and even if it's not meditation, even if it's like 5 minutes where you're like, I'm just going to lay here or sit here, whatever you're doing. I like it when you first wake up because your brain's still in that kind of liminal space. You're kind of between worlds still. Just lay there and be like, I just want to set the tone for the day. Like, I just want to feel good. I just want to remember how great I am, how great everything in my life is. And if you want, during those 5 minutes or more, if you do, you could do an 864 hertz or a crown chakra bowl or whatever. I feel like setting the tone in the morning would be really good for that for you. Okay, Capricorn, I really feel like you're going to be getting some cool things done.